Or you ever find yourself in a holding cell where they shut the water off and you ain't got no toilet paper? You gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Haha, Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man? Suitcase this, my cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be speaking on one of the nastiest things that I did myself inside of a cell. Alright? Now, when you're in prison, when you're in jail, when you're in juvenile programs or juvenile detention centers, stuff like that, there's a lot of nasty things that people do inside themselves, believe it or not. And then that shit just keeps rotating, you know? Like, once you leave that bed, someone else is gonna get moved in there, and that's gonna be someone else's bed. That sink, that toilet's gonna be shared by other people. It's like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? It just rotates. You feel me? But me, I found myself in a situation where I was like, man, I finally gotta do some nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna break it down to y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all know to where it led to this point to where I had to do what I had to do. All right. Now, at this time, I was locked up in the county jail. All right. When I was in the county jail, I ended up getting in an altercation that led me to getting a DR. With the DR, I ended up getting 30 days in confinement. Okay. So after my DR hearing, when they sentenced me to 30 days, it was any day now. They were either going to take me that day or the next day to the main jail, because the jail I was in at the time was in Pompano. You feel me? I was at North Broward. Where I was at, they didn't have, you know, they could put you in confinement there if they want to. Only North Broward and the main jail have boxes. You feel me? Have a confinement. But we actually have, you got Joseph V. Conti, you got Paul Ryan, and you got North Broward. All three on the same street in Pompano. And then you got the main jail, which is in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Every time I went to confinement while I was in the county jail, no matter which jail I was at, they always transferred me right back to the main jail and put me in black and white, so I looked like a zebra cake, okay? So I was getting transferred to the main jail to go to confinement, you feel me? Now, if I would have stayed at North Broward's box, then I wouldn't have been waiting in the processing cell like they put me in. I would have actually just got brought there. But since they put me in the processing cell where intake is, where they first bring people in and out the jail, I already knew, okay, I'm being transferred, you feel me? Or else they would have just brought me to the floor that the box is on. Now, while I'm sitting there waiting, I gotta take a shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'll just hold it till I get to confinement, you feel me? I'll hold it till I get to the box. I try to wait it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I gotta take a shit, you know what I'm saying? It was one of the nights where the last tray we ate looked like stroganoff, the shit that you get with Hamburger Helper. That's what it looked like. It was all sloppy, you know, like slop dough. There's a lot of liquid with it, make your tray feel a lot heavier. You feel me? And it came with some like vegetables and shit, 2 cookies, you feel me, and a little side of Jim Jones juice. You know, so I had the shit. I wasn't thinking about it though when I was in my, you know, quad, like when I was in the dorm before they actually cuffed me up and told me I'm being transferred. I wasn't thinking of it then, or else I would have went shit then. You feel me? But the way that it is inside of North Broward, regardless, the way that it's set up, like as far as the toilet use and everything, is picture, let's say 4 or 5 garages, you know, like a big square. Okay, picture them right next to each other. One big square, another big square on the bottom tier. So you got a garage with a little wall, a garage, no garage doors. And then you got stairs that go up this way, stairs that go up this way, and then you got 5 big cutouts as well, like a garage. Now, where them garage layouts are supposed to be, you have one set of bunk beds, so you got a top, bottom, and then you have one single bunk. Boom. So there's 3 bunks in each cutout that looks like a garage. Behind the bunks is the toilet. But that toilet there is only meant for you to, you know, piss in, for you to take a leak. It isn't for you to take a shit. People don't shit in the toilet that is in their cell like that at North Broward. The first garage, when you go up the stairs, when you go up to the top tier, the first garage is usually a bando. which means no one lives there. You know, the bunk bed and the other, them shits are empty, and then so is the single bunk. So, you know, people wet toilet paper. You get your long strip of toilet paper and you wet it, and then you actually jump up and boom, and you tap the wet end on the top of inside of the garage, so that way it's hanging. So that way when people are downstairs or if they're walking up the stairs, they can't help but to look dead at you in your face while you're sitting there taking a shit. You know, they'll see the toilet paper hanging, and then they'll walk up, and as they see the toilet paper, they'll know to turn their head instead of making direct eye contact with someone that's sitting on the toilet, wiping their ass, looking at them like a deer looks in the headlights. See what I'm saying? Because you look like you're caught. You feel me? So that's how it is at North Broward. So I would have took a shit there if, you know, but sometimes when you're locked up, it don't kick in right away. You feel me? It don't, you know, you can't help it. You know, just like when kids are like, I got to go to the bathroom. Well, why didn't you go before? I didn't have to go then. You know, that's this type of situation. So anyways, I smashed my dinner or whatever. We weren't thinking nothing of it. We're playing dominoes and cards and shit. Next thing you know, they tell me, hey, pack it up. You're being transferred. I knew I was going to the box. I was just waiting to go. So they brought me boom to the processing cell. As soon as I get put in the processing cell, hear all them, you know what I'm saying, all them bubbles and shit going on in there. I'm like, oh yeah, boy, I gotta go. I look, there's no toilet paper. You feel me? So I'm like, damn. So I go to bang on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, officer. Boom, 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 boom. Officer. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get their attention. Let them know, bitch, I need some paper. I need some toilet paper. I gotta take a shit. So he come up to the door. He's like, what is it? I said, man, I need some toilet paper, man. I gotta take a shit. He goes, this cell ain't for taking a shit. I said, what you mean? I said, well, can you take me to a different cell or something real quick? Boy, I gotta take a shit. He's like, look, man, you're gonna have to hold it. I'm like, man, I gotta take a shit. You feel me? He was like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not giving you no toilet paper. I'm like, man, y'all with the bullshit, dog. Straight up. I said, I'm gonna take a shit regardless. He's like, all right. Walks off. I'm like, shit, he got me fucked up. You feel me? So in my mind, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just take a shit and then I have to, you know, wipe my ass with the sink water. You feel me? I've been in situations like that in the chain gang before, you know what I'm saying? Also, so I'm like, bitch, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just take a shit and I have to, you know, use the water that, you know, is in the sink, you know? You know, a lot of people look at it like, why not just use your shirt when you wipe your ass? You feel me? Because that's another thing that's gonna come to your mind. Like, well, I'm gonna wipe my ass, I'll take my shirt off and wipe my ass with it. But he shut the water off. So since he shut the water off, I remember I went up to the sink, was trying to hit the sink, it wouldn't work. I go to hitting the toilet like the flush, it wouldn't work. So I'm like, damn, they literally tried me, you know what I'm saying? Like they made it to where I can't flush, I can't use the water that's in the sink because the sink, the water's completely turned off. So I'm like, damn, at the end of the day, whether I piss or shit inside of this toilet, I'm gonna have to deal with the smell. Straight up, I'm gonna have to deal with it because there's nothing I can do. They shut the water off, you feel me? Like, you know, just straight dickhead moves. So after a while, I was like, you know, maybe I'll be moving soon, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna stress it. I'm just, you know, I'll ride it out. But then after a while, it's like, man, you really, really gotta go. So I say, you know what? I got something for the ass. Took a shit. When I took the shit, I didn't use my shirt to wipe my ass. And the reason for that was because it be cold as hell when you're locked up. And where I was at, you know, we had to wear like this, like two-piece. It looked like a pair of scrubs, but they were green. You know what I'm saying? And then wherever else you go, whether you go to Conti or Paul Ryan or the main jail, it's gonna be the same type of material. Except for the main jail, they give you a jumpsuit. Instead of a two-piece, it's a one-piece, depending on what floor you end up landing on. When you're at Paul Ryan, it's baby blue scrubs. And when you're in Conti, it's dark blue jumpsuit. Them shits be so thin that you be freezing in there. So boy, you want your shirt, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. And then you don't want to rip a piece of your shirt off, like your sleeves or the bottom or something to use to wipe with, because if they come around for inspection or shakedown, depending on who the officer is, they gonna be a dickhead and they gonna alter your shit. You have anything that has any type of scratches, holes, tears, wear and tears, or anything in it, they're gonna alter it and take it from you. And then if you're in confinement and they do that, not only are they gonna take it, but they're gonna leave you to where you can't take a shower on the day you're supposed to shower in the box. So they're gonna come around and see you got holes in your shirt. They're gonna alter your shirt, take the shirt. Now you're back there freezing even more. And they're not gonna let you come out for that time when you're supposed to shower. Because the way it is in the main jail when you, in confinement, you do showers is they start at like this end of the quad and then they'll pop that first door. And then that first door has an hour. They get to walk around, come out, go take a shower, do whatever. You know, they have an hour and then they lock their door and then the second one pops. Pop. And then the it keeps going the same way. After an hour, third one, pop, 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 pop. Goes all the way across the top tier, and then it'll be shift change. And then the next shift will come, and then it'll start down here. Pop, 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 pop. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? So if they don't let you shower, then they're gonna just straight skip your door, which it happens all the time. If you have things in your cell that they don't want you to have, or if you have damaged things, they're gonna alter it and lock you down for it. So not only are you taking my shirt because it has a tear in it, because I had to wipe my ass in a different cell, but now I'm gonna be cold in this shit, and I don't get to come out for my hour for a shower. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't always like pop, 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 pop that way, and then this way, pop, 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 pop. The next day it might start down here, pop, 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 and then go this way, pop, 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 pop. You see what I'm saying? So you'll end up bathing the morning shift or night shift. Or they might even not even let anybody out that whole day, and it's just like a dead floor. Like ain't nobody coming out, there's no movement. Everyone's talking from door to door. Everybody's just sleeping and shit like that. It feels like it's a ghost town, you know what I'm saying? So I damn sure wasn't gonna use my shirt. So after I took a shit, it was one of the best shits I ever took, y'all. To this day. Y'all know how it is. After you've been holding it for a while, you feel me? When you finally go, you feel so relieved. You're like, hell yeah. You don't give a fuck who heard what, who's looking, none of that shit. You gotta get it out. You feel me? Better out than in. So after I took a shit, you know what I decided to do? I decided to take my boxers, my state issue boxers, and wipe my ass with those. So now, after I wiped my ass with the boxers, you know what I'm saying? Officer came around, he see me sitting there shitting. You feel me? It wasn't like I rushed and did it real quick, man. I was sitting there, you feel me, digesting just in case I had to go again, because that slop fucked my stomach up. You feel me? So he came around, looked, nodded his head and shit, and I looked at him like he probably thought he ain't gonna have shit to wipe with, and I turned the water off. Boy, he was dead wrong, yo. He was wrong, because I took my boxers off. I was cold as hell from the waist down. Shit shriveled up, you know how it is when you get cold. You feel me? I'm from the waist down, bitch, I'm free balling now. You feel me? But wherever I go, I'll just, you know, I'll buy some boxers, you know, off the canteen, or, you know, through indigent, or somehow, some way I'll be straight. But I'm damn sure not gonna get rid of my shirt. You feel me? So, depending on where you go and how the officers are, they might give you some boxers. You know, you tell them, hey, they ain't never give me none. You feel me? Because they're supposed to issue a couple pairs of those. So I'm going back to the main jail. Normally when you're in the main jail, they take everything you have on you and then they issue their stuff. So 9 times out of 10, I knew I'd probably get another pair anyways. You feel me? Rather than my shirt and be freezing. Because they let you keep the white shirt you have, but they don't have to. They're not gonna give you a white shirt. You see what I'm saying? If you come in with a white shirt when you get arrested, they'll let you keep it as long as there's nothing on there. If you come in with a black shirt, green shirt, red shirt, orange shirt, they're taking that and they're not giving you a shirt. You're gonna have to purchase you a shirt when it comes time to order stuff. But in the confinement, in the box, you can't order things. You can only order indigent stuff, which is like postcards and bendy pens. You feel me? So anyways, after I'm done wiping, taking that good old relaxing, massive, top of the line, king of the hill shit, when I was done wiping, you know, I didn't throw the boxers inside the toilet. You feel me? Because I can't flush it. You know, at first I was thinking like, you know, I'm gonna, you know, cover the shit up, you feel me? And then it'll make the smell go down, you feel me, when you cover it up. You feel me? Like I've been in confinement in jail before, and they shut our water off for 3 days, and me and my bunkie, we had to shit on top of each other's shit, and we just kept putting paper on top of it. It kind of reduced the smell a little bit, but not that much. So I wasn't gonna leave my boxers in the toilet. Now if the water was on, I would have been straight. You feel me? Even if I decided to use my boxers, I would have been straight, because the toilet is undefeated. I could have just flushed it and it would have ate them boxers. But since it didn't, you know what I'm saying? For the time being, I put the boxers there just to cover the shit a little bit, but I wasn't gonna leave it in there like, you know, to be disrespectful or nothing. So what I did is I actually took the boxers right before I was leaving and threw the bitches under the toilet. Like where the toilet, the back of it connects to the wall. You got the bowl that you sit on, and then the bowl, you know what I'm saying? And then under it's like, I put it right there. Plop. Shit went all under the bottom of the toilet, slapped against the wall, because they were like wet from sitting in that little bit of water that was in there with the shit. Threw that shit right there. You feel me? They came around, they said, hey, pack it up, you're being transferred. Boom, boom, boom. All right, it's time to go. Swoop. Went, they took me out there, put me on the bus. I remember the whole time when they were bringing me to the bus, I was looking though, I was making sure like, you know, that they didn't go in there, they didn't even notice it, they didn't even peep it or nothing yet. It ain't like they went in the cell to look around before they shit me. They shit me when I was on that little paddy wagon leaving. I was sitting there like, I got their ass. Now that dude's gonna have to make another inmate, which is the runaround, the person, the little orderly that works, you know, processing up there and shit, and intake orderly. He's gonna be the one that has to pick that shit up. You feel me? Which, you know, that sucks. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I had the shit, so I did what I needed to do. You feel me? And you'll find yourself in these type of situations when you're locked up. You feel me? Because just to be assholes, they won't give you toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? You got ones that'll tell you straight up, nah, use your shirt. You know, they expect you to do shit like that. And then, you know, if you really got to go that bad, shit, you will. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you could just shit and then all of a sudden just hit a switch and then there's no shit left. And then you got to wipe. You got to do something. But if you ain't got no water, you feel me? And you ain't got nothing but a shirt on and a pair of boxers and the pair of clothes they gave you, you feel me? Now, it would have been different if I would have took my uniform off and wiped, but then they wanted to transfer me without the uniform. They probably would have beat my ass and shit like that. When in all reality, you know, there's no reason to beat my ass now because those are my boxers. You see what I'm saying? I ain't do it to your uniform. You feel me? But I did feel like that was some nasty ass shit that I had to do, you know. But it is what it is. You feel me? You know, I couldn't help it. I had to go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. You know, it's way better than a lot of other nasty things you see when you're locked up. You know, of course, you got people that gun inside of cells. You got people that mess with boys inside of cells. You got people that just put feces all over their cells. You got people that ain't all the way there, that cut and there be blood everywhere. You know, there's a whole bunch of nasty shit that you'll see inside of cells. You know what I'm saying? Literally. I've been in some cells that still had orange shit on it from when they gassed people. And you fuck around and touch it and don't know no better. Now you're on fire. You're burning from that dried up gas that's all on the walls from the chemicals. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, though, when I had to do that, when I had to take this shit like that, that right there was like, made me feel like the worst in prison. It made me feel like the lowest while I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? And everything. It was literally like, it was just so low. I'm like, bro, they don't even want to let me use the water, bro. They want to turn my water off, bro. Like, hold it, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, damn right well, if these officers had to go to the bathroom or something like that, they go on a break and go run and go. They got a bathroom, a little door that's right there where they sit at, that they could just go to the bathroom anytime they want. You feel what I'm saying? What's the purpose of me being in a cell where there is a toilet if I can't use the toilet? You feel me? Literally. Yeah, I shit. I wasn't supposed to, and I had to deal with the smell of my own shit until they finally told me to pack it up. Until they finally said, come on, let's go. You feel me? And for those that, you know, what I mean by pack it up is like, you know, just get ready. You know, it's time to go. When they brought me down there, when they bring you down there with all your property, they don't put you in that cell with your property, or else I would have had other things to wipe with, you know, paper, if I had to, you know what I'm saying? I would have dipped the paper a little bit, got it wet or whatever, so it ain't hard. And, you know, like, I would have had plenty of other things to do, you know, wipe my ass with. But they put it on the outside of your door. They put you in the cell, and they put your property right there by your cell door. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times when you come in through processing, you'll see property bags sitting in front of people's cells. That's how you know there's someone in that cell waiting to be transferred. You know what I'm saying? Really, they're reprocessing you. They're putting you in the system all over again and putting it in that you're at that jail and that cell and everything before you actually get transferred there. They're doing the paperwork ahead of time. You see what I'm saying? And if that shit was in my cell, of course, I wouldn't have had to use my boxers. You feel me? But I wasn't going to use my shirt because it'd be freezing in there. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, if you're someone that ever been in some situation like that, if you had some guards that did some stupid ass foul shit like that, shut the water off and want to give you no toilet paper, bro. You know what I'm saying? Drop it in the comments, man. Let me know some of the shit that you had to do, you know, to survive. Some shit that you had to do to where you're like, man, I can't believe I got to do this shit. This isn't even right. This isn't even, you know, it's not even in demand. You know what I'm saying? It's not even right. You feel me? Like, they shouldn't be having inmates having to use their boxes to wipe their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. You got people that shit in the showers and everything, man, when you're locked up. You'll go in there to shower next and you'll look, that shit got shit all on the floor, bro. You're like, what the fuck? Like, they put you in some messed up situations, bro. And I'm gonna be real, like, if I had this shit and they'd had me locked in the shower cage while in the chain gang, and I'm telling them, hey, Sarge, man, come on, man, hurry up, man, put me in a cell, bro, I got a shit. Because every time you go to confinement, you know, you do your little pre-physical, your pre-confinement physical. They bring you to the medical. You're in handcuffs. They take your blood, see how much you weigh, and all this different shit. They check you out. Then they bring you to confinement, and they place you in the shower cage, okay? And I've seen them leave people in there for over 15 hours in the shower cage. I've been left back there a couple times too, but not no 15-hour stretch. You know what I'm saying? They put you right there in front of everybody. Everybody hears the door open, they look, they see who's coming in, and then they bring them right there. It's just a little, same size as a cell, but it's a cage. and it's got the shower behind you. The water turns on when they have the water on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you press the button and that shit runs, you feel me? It squirts out and then you press the button again to keep it coming, shit like that. But as far as they'll turn the water off, you press the button, that shit ain't coming out. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's sitting in there waiting, they're telling me, I got a shit, man. I'm finna shit in this shower if y'all don't let me out of here. And then sure enough, them officers will just ignore you. You'll look over there at the bubble, they'll be in there laughing, throwing balled up paper at each other, like in there just having fun, like a bunch of high school ass kids and shit. You feel me? Meanwhile, you know, you're in the shower, you got a shit. Bitch will grab that damn railing above that shower cage like this and squat down and just push that shit out and leave it right there for them. Straight up, that's what happens. And then come shower time, when they're actually got people showering through the cells, you know, like they go from cell to cell to bring people to the showers, which is 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You know, they might put you in the shower, the lights are out, when you turn around, there's a pile of shit sitting right there. You see what I'm saying? That shit's just nasty. You feel me? You press the button, the water don't even reach where it's at, you know? Or if you do, then it's just barely moving with the water. You feel me? But it's just crazy, bro. You know, like the type of situations that you find yourself in. And it'll always stick with me, you feel me? It always sticks with me anytime I go into like a place that has a nice ass bathroom. Literally, like when I was doing demolition when I came home from prison, I was doing demolition, like, you know, breaking walls and breaking shit down in people's houses and stuff. And I'll never forget, I went to Kenny Steele's house, who played for the Miami Dolphins at that time. I went to his house and we were doing different things in his crib and shit. And I remember I had to take a shit. And I remember I went in his bathroom and looked around and I was like, damn, I came from being locked up, wiping my ass, you know what I'm saying, with a pair of boxers, to this luxury ass fucking toilet. You feel me? And his fucking toilet paper, that shit felt like 100% real deal cotton. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a type of toilet paper I've never seen in my life, still to this day. You feel me? And I'm like, damn, I came from sitting and shitting in a cell to this. You feel me? Like, I mean, even though it ain't mine, I still was like, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And still to this day, I always remember when I literally had to wipe my ass with those boxers, dog. Because it just isn't right, you feel me? But I wanted to share that story with y'all today, you feel me? But all right, y'all, I'm going to wrap this video on up. Y'all drop in the comment section, man, anytime you had to do some nasty shit like that. Anytime, you know, you found yourself down bad and out and there was really nothing you could do about it. If I was locked up, if I would have had bread, I would have wiped my ass with a piece of bread, bro. I'm just being real with you. You feel me? Straight up. I would have cuffed my bread for my dinner and I had that bread, bitch. That bread would have been my toilet paper. Straight up. And I would have balled him up and threw his ass in that toilet. I'm just being real. You know, you never know what it is when you get locked up. You never know, boy. Your ass might have to do some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that was some crazy shit. I had to leave my boxers. Oh, before anyone asks in the comment section, yes, they gave me boxers. You feel me? When I got to the main jail, I said, hey, man, they ain't give me no boxers while I'm at, man. I'm free balling. They're like, all right, I got you. I'm going to get you one pair, though. I'm only going to give you one pair. And bam, they gave me one pair. I was good. That's it. I'm straight. I only needed one pair, bro. They hold me over. I'm in the box 30 days. Take it to the shower. You feel me? Wash my boxers while I'm in the shower, bathing. You know what I'm saying? Go back with my jumpsuit on, free balling. Hanging bitches on my bunk. The next day, they're stiff. Might be hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get all the soap out. So then, you know, that shit kind of like gets real stiff and stale. You feel me? Bam. Put them on every other day when I would do that. And then I go from having them on to free balling. Having them on to free balling. Feel me? Made it through my box vid. One pair of boxers. I'm good. That's all I needed. And then once I got out of confinement, they gave me my property. I had to go down there to property. They gave me all my property that came with me on the bus, on the paddy wagon. And then boom, I got it. And then when I was going, I had all my shit. Went there, ordered a couple pair of boxers. When I ordered my first set of canteen, KFROG won. Not them. You see what I'm saying? There's a will, there's a way. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this one on up. Y'all catch me next time, man. Make sure y'all have a good day. Hit that like button on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. And also, don't forget, I also got another channel, KFROG Gaming, if y'all ain't in the video games and shit, but I do giveaways over there. I'm also on Twitch, KFROG Gaming as well. Y'all can catch me over there. I usually stream on both platforms at the same time. Y'all have a nice day. Make sure you keep them squares, rats, chomos, pedos, wannabe island boys, fake gangbangers, all them out your circle. And until next time, it's the one and only Frog.